He had learned long ago that money could buy silence, admiration, even desire, but it could never buy truth. Lucas Monteiro sat alone in a modest cafe on the edge of the city, wearing the same worn jacket he had worn on every date for the past year. The jacket smelled faintly of old leather and humility. It was intentional. Everything about tonight was intentional. To the world, Lucas was invisible. But in reality, he was worth over $80 million. Private jets, luxury penthouses, silent shares in companies that moved markets, Lucas owned them all. Yet every woman he met never saw any of it. He told them he was unemployed. Sometimes a failed entrepreneur. Sometimes a man drowning in debt. And every single time, the pattern was the same. They smiled politely, and vanished. Until tonight. Her name was Ana Ribeiro. She arrived late, breathless, apologizing not for herself, but for her son. The babysitter cancelled. He had to ask my neighbor, she said, embarrassed. Lucas noticed something instantly. She didn't look around the cafe, scanning for status. She looked at him. I should tell you something, Lucas said after they ordered. I'm not doing very well financially. Ana nodded. Calmly. That's okay. Life isn't always kind. Most women reacted with discomfort. Some with judgment. Others with fake reassurance that faded fast. But Ana? She leaned forward and asked, what happened? No one had asked him that before. As the conversation unfolded, Lucas spoke of failure. Of dreams collapsing. Of nights filled with doubt. He watched carefully, waiting for the moment she would retreat. It never came. Ana spoke about her life instead. A divorce that left her with nothing but dignity. A son who asked why she worked so much. Dreams postponed, not abandoned. I don't need a rich man, she said softly. I need a good one. Something cracked inside Lucas. When the bill arrived, he reached for his wallet slowly. Ana stopped him. I invited you. Let me. No one had ever done that. As they stood to leave, Lucas felt something unfamiliar, fear. Because for the first time, he didn't want the test to end. If this story is touching you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Powerful stories like this change how we see people, and love. That night, Lucas sat in his luxury car, hands trembling on the steering wheel, wondering one thing. What happens when the truth finally comes out? Lucas and Ana met again. And again. Walks in the park. Cheap street food. Long conversations under dim streetlights. Lucas never spent more than he claimed to have, and Ana never asked for more. One night, Ana confessed, my biggest fear isn't being poor. It's choosing the wrong person again. Lucas wanted to tell her everything. But fear held him hostage. The test had gone too far. Then reality intervened. Ana's son fell seriously ill. Hospital bills stacked quickly. Lucas offered what he could, what a broke man could. Ana refused more than once. I want to be saved by someone who can't save himself, she said gently. That sentence destroyed him. The next day, Lucas did something he had never done before. He showed up at the hospital, not as a failed man, but as himself. Private doctors. Immediate treatment. Everything paid. Ana stared at him, shock frozen on her face. You lied to me, she whispered. Lucas nodded. Because I was afraid you'd love my money, not me. Tears streamed down her face, not from gratitude, but betrayal. I passed your test, she said. But you failed mine. She walked away. Days later, Ana received a letter, not a gift. Not money. Used words. Lucas wrote about loneliness at the top. About wealth at the bottom. About how she was the only woman who saw him when he had nothing. I don't need forgiveness, the letter ended. I just want to be worthy of you. Weeks passed. Then one evening, Ana knocked on his door. I don't love your money, she said. But I won't punish your fear forever either. Lucas cried openly. For the first time, without shame. Sometimes aren't they about money. They're about character. If this story moved you, subscribe now. More emotional, meaningful stories are coming, stories that remind us what truly matters. Truth has a strange weight. Once it is revealed, it presses on every moment that came before it, reshaping memories, twisting meanings, forcing hearts to choose whether they can carry it, or must put it down. Anna did not return to Lucas' life immediately. After that night at his door, she asked for time. Not days. Not weeks. Dime. And Lucas respected it, because for the first time in his life, respect mattered more than control. He went back to his penthouse alone. The silence there was louder than any rejection he had ever faced. The walls were decorated with art worth more than most people's homes, yet they felt empty, mocking him. He realized something painful. When Anna had known him as poor, his world had felt full. Now, surrounded by wealth, he felt bankrupt. Lucas cancelled meetings. He ignored calls from partners. Money, the thing that once defined him, had become irrelevant. What haunted him was a single question that refused to let him sleep. If I hadn't lied, would she still be here? Meanwhile, Anna struggled with her own storm. Her son was recovering well, thanks to the treatment Lucas had arranged, and that gratitude made her anger even more complicated. Every smile from her child reminded her of the man who had deceived her, and the man who had saved him. Friends told her she was lucky. Do you know how many women would kill to be in your position, they said. But Anna felt no victory. Only confusion. She replayed every moment in her mind, the cheap cafe, the park benches, the nights Lucas listened more than he spoke. None of it felt fake. And that was the problem. She hadn't fallen for a millionaire. She had fallen for a man who pretended not to be one. One evening, unable to hold the questions inside any longer, Anna agreed to meet Lucas, on her terms. They met at the same small cafe where it had all begun. Lucas arrived early, dressed simply again. No guachis. No status. Used the man she had first known. Anna sat across from him, eyes guarded. I need answers, she said. Lucas nodded. You deserve them. He didn't defend himself. He didn't blame past betrayals or gold diggers or fear. He told her everything, the failed relationships, the women who disappeared the moment he said no to money, the loneliness that came with being valued only for wealth. I wasn't testing you, he said quietly. I was protecting what little hope I had left. Anna listened in silence. Then she spoke words Lucas would never forget. Pain explains behavior, she said. But it don't excuse it. The sentence cut deep, but it was honest. And honesty, Lucas realized, was the only currency that mattered now. Anna stood up to leave. But before she did, she added something unexpected. I don't regret loving the man you showed me, she said. I regret that he wasn't brave enough to trust me with the truth. That night marked a turning point. Lucas began to change, not for Anna, but because of her. He started using his wealth differently. Quietly. Schools funded anonymously. Hospital wings built without his name. He wasn't trying to buy redemption, he was trying to deserve it. Months passed. Anna watched from a distance. She noticed the absence of headlines, the lack of grand gestures. She heard stories, people helped by an unnamed donor, lives changed by a man who never appeared in photographs. And slowly, her anger softened. One afternoon, Lucas received a message. Not long. Not emotional. Come to the park. The one with the old oak tree. His hands shook as he read it. When he arrived, Anna was there, with her son. The boy ran up to him and hugged his legs. Mom says you're my hero, the child said. Lucas looked at Anna, overwhelmed. She smiled faintly. I didn't forgive you because you're rich, she said. I forgave you because you finally stopped hiding. Lucas knelt, a level with her son. For the first time, the future felt real. So many people think the test is about money. Others think it's about loyalty. But the hardest test of all is this. Can you still choose truth when lies once kept you safe?